Quote from the book: value-based sourcing, instead of focusing on cost, pays particular attention to the innovation and value that suppliers can add to a company, often using advanced analytical tools to maximize value. And further down, what good does it do if you can buy something 10% cheaper, but your customers do not like it? The mindset of procurement at retailers is not so much about buying something and more about selling shelf space to suppliers. In this video, I explain the idea behind value-based sourcing, when to deploy it, and how to do it right. Let's get started. Adopting the mindset of a retailer would be a healthy change of perspective for procurement at discrete manufacturing companies like car makers. Instead of trying to buy a part for the lowest cost, that change of perspective would have procurement offering space on a product to suppliers. Suppliers would then bid their best ideas, best innovations, and best products to occupy that space. In the automotive industry, flashy brands like Brembo come to mind. But applying value-based sourcing goes far beyond just co-branding. You should deploy it when you enjoy really high demand power and you're dealing with just a few highly qualified suppliers who would really like to take your business. Notice the difference here to H8 Strategic Alliance. There, we only had one supplier really fully qualified to take your business. Here, we don't have too many, but certainly more than just one. In this situation, what you have to offer is something precious and valuable for the supplier. Being featured in your product makes a huge difference for the supplier. And at the same time, you want to get the very best value out of the supplier. The shelf space on your product is scarce. So make sure that you use the shelf space wisely. Push the supplier to provide a component that wows your customers, that makes them desire your products. Beyond co-branding, there are not yet many well-known examples for value-based sourcing in the automotive industry, but they will come in force. And as usual, Tesla is leading the way. Traditional car makers only put the parts into the car the customer is paying for. Tesla tends to put almost everything into the car. But if the customer doesn't pay for it, the function of the part is limited or disabled. And for the customer, there usually is the option to upgrade the car later for a fee. Tesla pioneered this with battery packs that enabled a longer range, and they're doing this with the full self-driving function that can be enabled later on. Imagine this becoming more widespread in the automotive industry. Cars would come pretty much fully loaded, but the supplier will only get paid a base price for the component. That base price would cover the supplier's cost, but not lead to any profit. And it would put the supplier's component on your shelf. Now it is up to the supplier to increase the value of the component in the car and the desire of the customers to pay for the upgrade. The supplier can do this by offering ever better versions of the software in the component, and the supplier can influence customers on social media channels to desire the upgrade. And when all of this is compelling to the customer and the customer pays $1,000 or $2,000 to make the upgrade, the supplier gets a cut and makes a handsome profit. This is what I call value-based sourcing. Okay, now it is your turn. In your industry, in your company, do you see applications for value-based sourcing? And what would need to be changed in the product architecture and in the go-to-market in order to make it happen? Should you have any question, reach out to me in the comments down below. And as always, I will get back to you within 24 hours. Thank you for watching, and I see you in the next one. Bye!